Hey guys, how are ya? I just wanted to let you know this next competition, I'm gonna decide this week, probably earlier in the week, maybe even tomorrow. I'm not sure. This is Saturday. What date it's going to end on, and on that date is the date that we have to meet whatever number of subscribers we meet, and however many subscribers we meet, the more prizes we'll get. Okay, so if we get 100 subscribers, we may get 10 prizes. I haven't figured this out completely yet, so this is just a rough guesstimate. If we get 200 subscribers, we may get 25 prizes. If we get 300 subscribers, we may get 50 prizes. I don't know. Well, I'll sit down and get it all figured out, and I'll let you know, and we'll go from there. But anyways, the main thing about this deal is we need subscriptions. Okay, I know I keep saying it, and I hate harping on it, but that is the biggest deal. We need subscriptions. Okay? So, like these videos, share these videos. That's the only way they get moved around through YouTube. You know, YouTube's like system. If you like a video, it comes up more in a search than a video that has been disliked. So if you dislike a video, it's going to go down in the searches. So like the videos, tell your friends, have them subscribe. We're going to have lots of winners. It's going to be lots of cool shit. I guarantee it. Let's get to the story. When you wake up and start to see this, the world will wake up to gold and silver. With gold and silver hammered ahead of the holiday weekend, Harvey Organ joined the show to break down all the action, discussing why a raid had to come. On the GLD, someone's buying 2 tons of gold and the price gets slaughtered. How this game ends. Endgame will happen this year. China threatens U.S. government with massive yuan devaluation. And is the cartel about to roll back gold and silver's entire 2016 bull move? When silver ticked above $16 this week, for a brief moment, it looked like the cartel was going to be forced to let silver move higher, and gold in turn. No dice. Going back all the way to February 11th, intraday spike highs, silver has touched or exceeded $16 on a spot basis 3 times. Clearly, the cartel has drawn a line in the sand at $16. No surprise. There have been a couple of recent trading days when silver was showing a bit more strength versus gold, and we even saw the gold-silver ratio start to decline ever so slightly. There's a candlestick chart of silver trading. Sure y'all don't want to look at that for long. That was silver spot price 24th of March 2016. Here is gold spot price 24th of March 2016. And here is the US dollar index, the USD. Harvey Organ joined us on Good Friday. The London Metals Exchange and COMEX were closed. The LME will be closed on Monday. Once normal trading resumes next week, all March COMEX precious metals options contracts will have expired. This week, that pending expiration status has had a lot to do with why the cartel was beating precious metals down. Can't have speculators rewarded with too many profitable long positions, lest animal spirits truly get out of control. Generally speaking, over the last month, we've seen rising open interest and fat and growing commercial short position in both silver and gold COMEX positions. The cartel has been itching for a fight, and they finally got their break. Wednesday's downdraft, downright ugly. Nevertheless, it's fair to say that this downdraft is nothing compared to the shellacking the cartel has been able to pull off during the previous years. No doubt, nothing would please the bullion price managers more than to erase the entire upward move from, say, February 1st. That's not very likely because $1,120 gold and $14.20 silver would stimulate a veritable tsunami of physical bullion purchases, especially in Asia. For the better part of March, Indian jewelers were on strike protesting the latest government taxation scheme. Indian imports were coming back online. It's also worth noting, for amusement value, if nothing else, that one large temple that had agreed to go along with the government's harebrained bullion storage scheme is now asking that they be guaranteed the right to get physical gold back at a later date. Good luck with that. Bottom line, I do believe we have a significant risk for still further downside, but if I had to quantify a probability for the sake of discussion, I believe we have greater than 80% probability that the cartel will not be able to get gold below $11.75 next week. I expect this week's damage to be repaired rather quickly. We might even turn around starting at the beginning of next week, and there's a reasonable chance that we will not even fall below $11.97 intraday, sliced through 1200, and that's it. Time will tell. If I'm correct, this is going to surprise those that are fixated on the remaining high commercial short positions and what portends that, at least historically, when it comes to reading how bullion banker miscreants are likely about to act. Suffice it to say, I have concluded that 2016 precious metals trading is exhibiting very different accumulative patterns that are enough new buyers lurking around and wanting more expensive both paper and physical buyers than 2016 will mark a change with how the commitment of traders picture is going to manifest itself. It's also a historical fact that at the start of a bull market moved, excessive commercial short concentration, as reported with COMEX, commitment of traders data, is not as tightly correlated with spending rates. Thus, for all these reasons and more, I'm not in the camp that is currently fretting about COT data. I will get a lot of flack for this declaration, so be it. 2 weeks from now, I will either be proven correct or I'll dine on fat, juicy crow I'll happily eat so long as I at least get some Tabasco or season on the beast. Yuck. Although we got some big crows down here. We don't call them crows, we call them ravens. They are freaking huge. They can grab chickens and take off with them. They are freaking huge ass crows. Ultimately, calling an exact bottom is not as important as getting the underlying conditions of the market correction and understanding that is more easily developed during the process of jumping through the hoops necessary when formulating a forecast. The cartel should get below February 1st levels, of course, but the fundamentals are going to prove stackers correct. The market for physical gold and silver remains very tight, and that does have a dampening effect on the degree to which the cartel can manipulate paper markets. I believe we're going to break bottom next week. No matter what one looks at, fundamentals have only improved for precious metals, and the decline in precious metal runs counter to all fundamental data that has come out in the last 2 weeks. I challenge anyone to cite a single negative fundamental data point. One could point to the dollar's move higher against the DXY index over the last few trading days, but I'd argue that has been a move reflecting a short-term reversion to the mean bounce back, partially stimulated by foolish and lingering hopium interpretations of the March employment report and misguided notion that the Fed will be able to continue with its 2016 plan to raise the federal funds rate another 50 basis points, seasoned with whatever the heck central bankers, market managers are doing vis-a-vis currencies, e.g. lots of volatility in the renminbi dollar cross, and Harvey discusses this during the show. The only economic data that anyone can point to is a negative. For gold, it's the laughably manipulated March employment report. Economists are operating under a truly shocking level of normalcy, bias, and ignorance. The revisions have been introduced over the decades to change the way economic statistics are measured and reported. Must have Orwell spinning in his grave, and the mainstream business media almost never discusses this fact. Oh yeah, we had 280,000 jobs this week. We did have a revision to last month, and it was and the month before that the revision was down by Harvey makes some very interesting observations about how the end game will unfold, particularly as it pertains to how China has been acting and what they might do on a going forward basis. So, anyways, guys, thanks for listening. I'm glad you picked my channel. Please subscribe. Urge your friends to subscribe. We're going to have a big giveaway. We're going to give away cool shit. We're going to give away silver. We're going to give away gemstones. And I'm not talking about crappy gemstones. I'm not talking about Walmart gemstones. I'm talking about real gemstones. Maybe some real crystals. I haven't decided yet if I want to let go of my crystal collection or not. More silver, maybe some knives. Anyways, it's all going to be cool shit. You're going to want to be in on it, but you've got to get people to subscribe. So share these stories, like these stories, share them with your friends. Do whatever you can. Just get the word out. Thanks a lot, guys. Keep stacking.